Yes, scordatura is great, because I mean, think of it, I'll just do a quick one here. Now suddenly listen to my harmonics. You're immediately opening out the harmonic spectrum of the instrument. But the only rule is, don't go up higher than a semitone. Don't make, because you're just going to end up snapping the string. They're designed to be this thickness for each string and this length, so if you just crank it up, it's going to snap. There's a famous, there's one of the Chelsea string quartets. You have to retune the instruments. And I think the way they got around it was to use a gut string for the A, because this would actually, or it's maybe one of the fiddle strings. This had enough elasticity to count, but a modern metal wound string, you just snap it. But you can go down as much as you want.
Does Coates go down at the end?
No, that's in Nomus Alpha. You're just tuning down with it. You crank the peg here.
But that's a good technique to use at the end of the piece, not in the middle.
Yeah, I've done pieces where I've had to retune in the Giraglisse, Talia. You have to detune in the middle and then tune up again.
We want the retuning to be part of the piece.
No, in that piece it's not. You just have to bloody do it. You suddenly go, I've got to tune down now and I've got to tune up again whilst everything's going on. But, I mean, yeah, generally, if you're going to retune an instrument, leave it for the whole piece, unless it's a really simple one to do. I mean, the earliest example, of course, is the Bach Fifth Cello Suite, where the A string is tuned down to a G, which is the way I would play it. There is an alternative way of just doing it with an ordinary tuning, but that seems silly to me. And then I'm trying to think further. Then we go all the way to Kodai, I think, where the cellos retune. I play Helmut Oehlen piece where I tune the whole instrument down a fifth. Tuning down the instruments or retuning instruments can be phenomenal because you just opened out the sound suddenly. I mean, the cello you can go down incredibly, and you've still got a good body. Then you go with strings. You get suddenly you're going into.
The Schumann piano quartet, where you've got to tune the C string down to a B flat. Well, there's your first one. Actually, that's done it very nicely, but amazing straight away. But that was a crack. So the pegs often creak a bit, and you've got to take a bit of time. When I did the Schumann, I used to count like 13 rotations to the left to get the B flat, because then you've got to come to B flat. But then, of course, because of the friction and the different weather, it's not always going to be 13. And then you've got to tune it up very quickly for the next. So if you're going to do scordatura within the piece, give the player enough time and expect that this might happen. You've got to push it in, and you're just working with an antique. I think composers should go about that sort of thing very respectfully, and it's between you, the player, and the instrument. And if everyone's on the same side, then it goes a long way.
Right, scordatura Do you write the resultant pitch, or do you write the strings of transposing instrument?
Yeah, this is a very good point. You must write it as normal, not the resultant sound. Because I don't want to transpose. It's an absolute nightmare. I've played pieces where I've had to transpose everything up a semitone, and the piece had quarter tones in it. Imagine, it's bloody months of work. And when all they had to do was, you know, you retune the string and just play it as, you know, as the fingering should be, and then you've got the resultant pitch. I don't need to see that to play that.
But then you need to know what string it's going to be played on, of course.
Well, yes, but you have to make that very clear as a composer, and you have to get your head around that. You know, if you want a certain string sound, you have to realise that, you know, alternating between strings or whatever, you're going to have to write it very. You're going to have to do the donkey work yourself.
So would it be useful then to have two staves, one with the position and one with the resultant?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, absolutely. That's even more helpful. But I want to be able to read as simply as possible, however complex the notation is.